Raise your vibration fast. Well, guys, today I'm gonna teach you how to raise your frequency fast. And I am gonna use Joe Dispenza's own words against him because he has a create video that went viral and people were commenting on it, asking questions. So I thought it would be fun if we had a little cue and I actually gave 7 different ways that we can work with Joe Dispenza and his teachings in order to transform our lives. So let's get started. Okay, so let me explain this real quick because some of you don't know the Joe story. So Joe Dispenza is a neuroscientist, a brain researcher, and he did a TED Talk many years ago where he spoke about transforming your life through your thoughts and your emotions. Well, that video went viral and now he has millions of followers on social media. And he does these online courses for $499 and people are just going nuts over this guy. Now, I have watched a few of his interviews. I have not gone through his whole course, but I do find his teachings to be quite interesting. Now, there was a recent create video that went viral. He got 20 million views. And there were so many comments on that video and people asked some great questions. So I thought it would be fun if we had kind of a cue and us teaching Joe's teachings back to Joe, if you will. So that's what we're doing today. And like I said, I have 7 points that I want to go over that I think are really going to help you transform your life very fast. No. 1. Realize that everything is energy. This was one of the comments under his video. This is from Nancy. She says, "I love this man. He is so right about everything being energy." And this person responded, "It's not only that, it's also energy vibrating at different frequencies." So when you understand that everything is energy and everything is vibrating at a certain frequency, it helps you to understand that you're not separate from anything. You are not separate from the tree or the car or the computer or the person next to you. Everything is connected and we are all one. We are all made up of the same stuff. And once you realize that everything is energy, it changes the way that you interact with everything else in your environment. It changes the way that you think about things and it helps you to remember that you are not separate from anything. We are all connected and we are all part of the same thing. So note 2 is expand your consciousness. This is one of the comments from Patricia. Patricia says, expand your consciousness. If you can change your thinking, you can change your life. Your present circumstances don't define you. They only describe you, and then another person commented on that and they said, "Your words cannot be more true. Thank you." So yes, we can change our life by changing our thinking. And that is something that Joe Dispenza talks about a lot in his teachings. He says that we have the ability to change our lives by changing the way that we think and the way that we feel. So number 3, believe that you can create your reality. This is a comment from Mariah. He says, quote, "The universe always favors those who try to understand it." Now, this is a really interesting comment because it is kind of like saying that the universe will always favor those who seek knowledge. And it is also kind of like saying that the universe will always favor those who try to understand it. But I think what he is really getting at is that the universe will always favor those who try to understand how it works. And if we can understand how the universe works, then we can start to see that we have the ability to create our reality. Now, this is a really interesting topic because it is kind of like saying that the universe is always going to favor those who seek knowledge. And I think that's really true because if we don't seek knowledge, if we don't try to understand how the universe works, then we are just kind of like blindly stumbling around in the dark and we are not really in control of anything. We're not really creating our reality. We're just kind of reacting to it. But if we take the time to learn about how the universe works, to understand how energy works, to understand how the law of attraction works, then we start to see that we have the ability to create our reality. And this is something that Joe Dispenza talks about a lot in his teachings. He says that we have the ability to create our reality by changing the way that we think and the way that we feel. And I think that's really true. Like, if we want to create something in our life, we have to first believe that we can create it. We have to believe that we have the ability to create it. And if we don't believe that we can create it, then we're not going to be able to create it. So it's really important that we cultivate a belief that we can create our reality. It's really important that we understand that we have the ability to create our reality. So number 4, use the law of attraction. This is a comment from Alfred. Alfred says, positive thinking and speaking and the law of attraction works wonders. What you think and say becomes your reality. And this is something that Joe Dispenza talks about a lot in his teachings. He says that the law of attraction is real and it is powerful, and we can use it to manifest our desires. So no, 5, don't be afraid to be positive. This is a comment from Christine. Christine says the best advice ever received. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make something even better than lemonade. Don't settle for less. Aim higher. So yes, we can aim higher. We can always strive to create something that is even better than what we think we want. Sometimes when we think we want something, we don't really know what we want. We don't really understand what we want. And so it is really important that we keep our minds open and that we keep aiming higher and that we don't settle for anything. We always want to strive for something that is better, something that is greater, something that is more expansive. No. 6. Focus on the good. This is a comment from Tracy. She says, you attract what you are, not what you want. So if we want to attract something good, we have to be good. We have to focus on the good. And this is something that Joe Dispenza talks about a lot in his teachings. He says that we attract what we are, not what we want. And so if we want to attract something good into our lives, then we have to be good. We have to focus on the good. We have to vibrate at a higher frequency. We have to be at a higher frequency. Number 7, live in the present moment. This is a comment from Amanda. She says, your past doesn't define you. It's just a chapter in your story. Don't let it be a book. So yes, we don't have to let our past define us. We can always create a new story for ourselves. We can always change our narrative. And that's something that Joe Dispenza talks about a lot in his teachings. He says that we can change our story, we can change our narrative. We can change the way that we think about our past. And that's really important because if we're constantly thinking about our past, if we're constantly ruminating about our past, then we're not going to be able to move forward. We're not going to be able to create the life that we want. So it is really important that we learn to let go of the past and that we focus on the present moment. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it helpful. I hope that it gave you some new ideas about how to raise your frequency and how to create the life that you want. So if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel, and I would love to hear from you in the comments below. What are your thoughts on Joe Dispenza? Do you find his teachings helpful? Have you gone through his course? I would love to hear from you in the comments below. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.